can't wait to get this started. And the Golden Gophers will kick it away to start. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Scarlet Knights offense will take the first swing of the game. But Jesse, it's always fun to see a guy who's been challenged, see if he can answer the bell and get things done.
Well, we talked to him this week, and he knows that people are out there questioning him. And I think that leaves a big chip on his shoulder, David. He wants to prove to the entire college football world he's got what it takes to win this football game. This is a big test for him.
And here's the thing, proving it is one thing, Jesse, but it's not about you. And this is a team game. Obviously, the quarterback position is so dependent on others' success, but play within yourself, make those plays, don't make the big mistakes.
And the Scarlet Knights have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Wants to throw. It's Schultz. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming. Guys, let's talk just for a second about Rutgers. They've climbed into the top 10, been through some battles, proving themselves to be one of the best teams in the country. What do you think about their chances of staying there?
Well, they got to keep playing at a high level, and obviously they've had tons of success now to crack into the top 10. I'll tell you, when you get top 10, David, you get everybody's attention.
Yeah, you get everybody's attention, but I hope this team ain't just searching for a top 10. I hope they're trying to be the best team in the country, and you hope the best is still to come for this squad.
The Golden Gophers offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. And it was a rough showing last week, and it all started with the quarterback, Jesse.
Yeah, he looked lost in that last game out. I thought the defense did a really good job at confusing him, mixing up their looks and their pressure. So no different today. The defense obviously watched the film, and they're going to come out and they're going to try to do the exact same thing and get this guy rattled. So this quarterback, he has to know what to expect early in this one.
If I'm his offensive coordinator, I want to get started off on the right foot, man. Get the ground game going. Make it easy, because last week was such a disaster. We want to turn the page. We need some confidence. We need some good mojo. First drive, we need something good to happen early so we can forget about that last week.
Love the route there by the tight end in man-to-man coverage. He's able to separate from the defender, and then once he has the ball, he's able to rip through the tackle and go get more yards.
The give is to Williams. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Back to the ground with the running back.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Under fire. On target to the left. Inside the 20-yard line. Pushed out at the 18, and they're in business. The Golden Gophers are moving quickly down the field. Looking to pass inside the red zone. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
And I think on that last play, it's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
And listen, it's tough. It's a tough proposition. This is the top 10 defense against the run. You know they're physical. You know who they are. But you're not going to bat an eye. And you're going to challenge your guys, especially in the red zone, to be more physical, to be able to continue to...
Looking for the end zone. It's picked off, and that's number 10.
I love the defense's approach on this drive. They didn't panic. They gave up some yards, but what did they do? They forced a 3rd down, a predictable situation, played great discipline, broke on the football, and forced the big interception.
A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. To the air, it's Schultz. Flushed out of the pocket. Trying to escape and get it himself. Not a whole lot of room to run. Let's give him a couple. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Gets the nose of the ball to the 25, give him 1. Let's take a big picture program perspective on Rutgers. Every team needs those big dudes up front, and man, they got a mauler from the high school recruiting ranks. Big four-star D lineman. David, what's his adjustment going to be like?
Well, you see the excitement from the fan base and the reaction. It's all over the place, and you understand why. Because just being able to have that size at that position, play the defensive line, is so important for these college teams. He'll fit right in.
He'll keep it on a sneak. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
And 4th and inches, you know what's coming. You know they're going to run the quarterback sneak, but it's one of the hardest plays in football to stop. You got to find a way to dive from the defensive line spot and stop the feet of the quarterback, and they couldn't do it. And listen, they only needed inches. That's what makes it so difficult to stop.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. The offense changing the play. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Picked off again. He's now thrown 20 interceptions.
And this ball looks like it just got away from the quarterback. I think he made the right decision. He was going to the receiver that seemed open, but just not very accurate on the throw, and that leads to the interception.
The option look. Now the toss. And that one will go in reverse. The defense all over that pitch on the option. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. They'll run play action. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. It has been all defense all the time in the early going as we wrap up the first quarter, and the stats certainly reflect that. So they go back to work after the break, and it is 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
That's why, as a defense, it's so important to win early downs. You win 1st and 2nd down, you set up 3rd and long, and now you can pin your ears back and get after the QB.
And that is textbook instructional video. Out of bounds right around the goal line. And the Rutgers offense heads back onto the field. The goalpost breathing down their neck as they're backed up in their own end, starting the drive from their own 1. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy on the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
Backed up at their own 13-yard line, it's 1st down. Dropping back, it's Schultz. That's caught. It's Rivers. Makes the stop at the 29-yard line, but not before he gets 15 on that play.
And offensively, I love running these drag routes. I mean, these are the routes that, whether it's zone, whether it's man, they're so successful. It's just about seeing what the defense is doing and getting it to him in open space. Nice job. The wide receiver has some space after the catch, able to go.
And he will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. The Scarlet Knights with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Wants to adjust the pattern. Going to swing it on 2nd down. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete.
This offense really is putting themselves behind the 8 ball right now on this drive. Sack 1st down. You've just thrown an incompletion, so 3rd in California. Defense knows you're probably going to throw it. What can you dial up here?
Grabbed in the middle. It's Rivers. He is denied. Cannot get to the 1st down marker, and it's 4th down coming. And the Scarlet Knights will call on their punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll be content with the field position, making the fair catch right around the 30-yard line. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. First snap of this drive comes from the 32. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Here's a hit. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't.
Breaks into the open. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Just nosing into enemy territory at the 49. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. He's got an open man. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down. And the Golden Gophers come to the line with a new set of downs. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. They give it to him again. Defense there to make the stop after a pickup of 2 to the 30.
Yeah, a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays. But sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well. But if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
Got his man downfield. He's got enough. It'll be a first down. They've got it at the 12.
There's a reason 3rd down is called the money down. What a great find by the quarterback. Great job finding his receiver. At the end of the game, you look at 3rd down percentages. It tells a huge story, and it goes a long way in deciding who wins a football game.
Off the play fake on first down. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. They drag him down pretty quickly, but the defense forced a big turnover.
And the offense goes 5 wides and spreads the field. The problem is that spreads you thin, and you only got 5 guys in protection, and they don't do a good enough job up front. The defense gets home, forces the fumble. Big play for this defense.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Back to pass, it's Schultz. Makes the grab along the sidelines, but it'll be a little short of the first down.
Well, you can tell those two have been practicing the out route all off-season long. They look like they could have completed that in their sleep.
Making side adjustments here. Back to pass. Got it in the middle. It's Blue. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting them the football, letting them get some positive yards.
Tackle behind the line of scrimmage, and what a big 3rd down stop by this defense. Timeout called by the defense is their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. They're a couple of yards short of the first down, but the offense will stay out there on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. And they knock him down, but he got past the line to gain. After picking up the first down, they still have to move quickly here. Quickly complete. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. 2nd down, clock's running. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
They get him on the ground late in the half. They have the first down at the 41. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. The Scarlet Knights back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Using the quick game.
And that's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
Quick release by the QB. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. And the Scarlet Knights lining up, just needing a few tough inches on third down. Plucks it out of the air. Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains. It's first down at the 27. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. Just a short pass to the tight end. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds. On second down, they'll try the field goal to get the points before halftime.
They're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
And he got just enough of that one. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
I know they're trailing going into the locker room here at halftime, but kicking that field goal gives them a little bit of a jolt, a little bit of a boost of momentum that they can carry with them into the second half. And there's a lot of football left to go here. I can't wait to see what happens.
And as we wind down here in the first half, the offense will just take a knee and try to muster its forces for the second half attack as they trail going to the break. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
All right, guys, looks like we've got a great scene there today in Piscataway.
Just about set to get this second half underway. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. They start this third quarter one-possession game and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense, and I get ball first.
He'll keep it himself. Oh, he's got some space. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The give is to Williams. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good...
Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
When you talk about outstanding pass rushers, you're always talking about dynamic guys. He's been that each and every week for this defense. Speed, he's got power, you just simply can't block him, and that last play is his 10th sack of the season.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. That's caught. It's Lanier. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. Third down, and they'll need to get the ball to the 38-yard line. From the gun, wants to pass. Lofts one high and deep. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down. The Golden Gophers decide to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And there will be no return on this one, and he can't get it out of bounds. The ball will come out to the 20. Rutgers has it back. They'll send the offense back onto the field. The points have been tough to come by, and they'll try to stretch this to a two-possession game on this drive. Intercepted, a turnover in their own territory. Touchdown, Golden Gophers! And what a turn of events as this defense gets the pick six.
Really nice drive by this offense. This is a top 10 defense. This is a challenge. They're going to make everything difficult. So when you can make some plays against this defense, you got to absolutely take advantage, create some momentum for your squad. Nice drive by this offense.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. And the Rutgers offense heads back onto the field. They haven't really been able to light up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be huge here. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. To throw, it's Schultz. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
Man, a lot of coaches talk about starting the drive positive and a first play that can get you going. The QB just kept backing up and going backwards, and that is not the start to the drive they were looking for.
To the air on second down. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. Several defenders there to get him on the ground.
It's a nice job running the in route there by the receiver, and the best thing he did after he made his break, he didn't trail and fade away. He actually attacked the football. That's a good lesson for young receivers out there watching.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. They were counting on making a few yards after the catch on third down. Instead, they're staring at fourth.
Yeah, and I think a lot of times you trust your guy. You throw it to him and you say, I can make somebody miss or lower my shoulder and get to the sticks. The defense had none of that. Nice job tackling. Nice job forcing the fourth down.
On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. Hauls it in, the first down and more. The Scarlet Knights are stopped, but not before getting it past the sticks. The definition of four-down territory has changed over the last few years. It extended into their own territory there.
Anywhere, everywhere, just look at the card, right? That card's supposed to tell us what to do, but maybe I'll go for it anyways. This offense, it's a little bit of a gamble, but they get the first down. Nothing to worry about, Reese.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
And you didn't have a lot of panic in the first half, but, man, you're starting to get now in the second half, and this offense just has really, really struggled, underperformed. You know you're a better team, but this offense...
Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22. And the Scarlet Knights will punt this one away.
Number 94 in punt formation to kick it away.
He will signal for the fair catch and take it just inside the 35. They'll start this drive from their own 35-yard line. Running back searching for a hole. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And you're seeing on both sides really hard to run the football in this one. You've got to give both of these defenses tons of credit. They are so physical up front. These defensive lines can take the game over, and right now it's tough sledding on the ground.
Listen, sometimes these quarterbacks, they get locked in on who they want to throw to. I didn't think he was open there. Nice job by the defender, breaking on the football, batting the ball down, making sure that receiver can't make a play.
On third and long, he has to throw for it. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. That football must be riveted to your rib cage. How can you let it go? At least they fell on it. And the Golden Gophers will punt it away on fourth down. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. Rutgers has it back. They'll send the offense back onto the field. The sledding has been tough. Scores have been at a premium, Jesse, and every possession seems like it could switch the momentum of the game.
Yeah, Reese, for this offense, just feels like they just haven't been as physical. And for this offensive coordinator, David, he's having to go deep into the playbook just to try to generate a first down.
And fires deep toward the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity.
Well, another incompletion, and you can see the frustration building, but you got to give the defense credit. They came into this one knowing no one was giving them a shot because of their record, because of what their stats are on paper, but they're playing better football. They're playing with better effort, and right now they're making the most plays.
He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on 4th down. That's going to do it for the quarter, and Minnesota has the lead here. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. And here we go, down a score. They'll go for it on 4th down. Sends it back in motion. Quarterback may change this route. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Big tight end makes the grab. 1st down, still on his feet. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on 4th down.
And that was a play they absolutely had to have. 4th down, down by 1 possession. You've got to find a way. Someone's got to step up and make a play, and they did it right there. That is going to...
There he goes. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks for the 1st down. The Scarlet Knights are flying down the field. Looking to throw, it's Schultz. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play a wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Got his man quickly. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down, they can't pick up the 1st without scoring. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. So close to that end zone, he can almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense.
3rd inches, everybody knows what's coming, but it's so dang hard to stop it. You better get penetration with that defensive line. They didn't do a good enough job. Running back falls forward and does his job.
And a touchdown here would not only give them the lead, but in the 4th quarter, that ramp. Touchdown, Scarlet Knights! They move on top here in the 4th.
And that's a really nice physical run. This is a team that prides themselves on the ability to establish the line of scrimmage. And here we are in the 4th quarter, late in the game. Everyone's tired, and a no-nonsense run. Great push by the offensive line, taking the lead with that touchdown.
And he's going to try to return this one. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Opening play of this drive comes from the 11. He'll start this drive going to the air. He'll try to do it himself. Turning it on. A really nice run and gain, and he gets down to avoid taking punishment.
Well, I'll tell you, he picked a good time to have his longest run of the day. Really nice job there, feeling the pressure, buying himself some time, and then taking off and getting north. And just so gifted when he's in the open field. That's going to really give a jolt to his offense.
He's open on the right. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a 1st down. Offense at an empty set. Wants to throw on 1st down. Pocket breaking down. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
Every possession later in the game means so much more. You start getting in the 4th quarter, 1-possession games, QB drops back and makes these 1st downs. These extra set of downs now become so much more important late in these ball games.
Trying to make magic on the scramble. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Caught over the middle. It's Ridley. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
You got to like this defense, man. All game long, great job tackling the football. Like, you throw it on the perimeter, they're coming up. They're not giving the run after the catch to these receivers. A lot of times you see so much damage done after the catch. This defense has been dialed in, and the big play has been a non-issue.
They love to make this kick easier by picking up a few on third down. It's 56 yards out from here. Setting up the screen. Good tackle there to stop him short of the first down. It'll bring up a big decision. So here we are on fourth down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. Right down the boulevard. It's good. And how about this? All tied up in the waning moments, guys. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. And the Rutgers offense heads back onto the field. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive. Ready to fire from the pistol. The give to the tailback. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And they tried to sneak the run in there, but immediately you got to call a timeout here. You got to stop the clock. Then you can get organized, go to the sidelines, still have one left after that. You realize you got to get points, but now you get to get your quarterback over here and get in his ear a little bit.
Well, they're throwing this ball to the running back out in flat. That's essentially an extension of a sweep play, right? But the defender there to bring him down for a gain of no yards.
It'll be third and long. He might want another play. Looking downfield, it's Schultz. Finds his man. It's 4. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. On fourth down, they'll throw for it. Close to the marker, it's Ford. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. The metrics tell you so often, go ahead, go for it on fourth down, and it pays off there.
That just shows you the head coach's confidence in his quarterback to go out on a critical fourth down and execute.
Looking to throw on first down. Gets it out quickly. Timeout on the field, and everybody want to make sure they're organized as we come down the gut of the game.
The defense has their hands full trying to stop this guy in the slot. They're going to have to figure something out to bracket him, try and get 2 bodies around him, maybe get some safety help as well, because right now they do not have the answer for this guy.
Looking up top, and time is of the essence. Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds.
Hey, this offense has been a struggle bus. I mean, just call it like it is, guys. It hasn't been good, especially the passing game. And I'll tell you what, QB's played better games before. And I'm interested to watch. Can he stay positive? Can he finish this game off on a good note?
The sure hands, it's Rivers. The offense will use a timeout with 25 seconds left.
Well, the defense did a nice job taking everything away down the field, but once the drag route was caught, they just couldn't rally to the ball carrier in time to make a tackle, and as a result, new set of downs.
Wants to go up top on first down. And the completion to the sideline, a solid pickup, but not enough for the first down.
It's so nice as a quarterback when you've got a guy like that working for you in the slot. He has such a good feel to find the open spaces in the defense. Just makes life so much easier for his quarterback.
And the Scarlet Knights will snap it on 1st and 10. Back to pass, it's Schultz. Gets it out fast. He is guided out of bounds, and they'll mark it at the 28.
You know, the defense doesn't have an answer for this slot guy right now. They may want to think about bracketing him, having a defender play to the outside and to the inside. Probably some sort of zone coverage where you're trying to get 2 bodies, forcing the quarterback to have to go somewhere else with the ball.
That is no good. After the miss here in the fourth quarter, still deadlocked. Let's see if they can put together a drive starting from their own 28. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Timeout called by the offense. A mere 10 seconds to go in the game. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Back to throw, and he's got to do it here late. Flips it out on the screen. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains. Well, guys, let's play some more. Headed to overtime.
And this just feels right. Both of these teams going back and forth. So, of course, David, this thing needs to get decided in OT.
Let's see who's better. Short amount of time to do it. A couple possessions probably. Maybe one possession each. Who's the better team?
We'll get it started here in overtime. To the air, it's Schultz. Grabs it in the middle. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. The Scarlet Knights will play offense first here in overtime. Quarterback making adjustments. Looking downfield on first down. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
Yeah, and this quarterback's got to know that this isn't practice. This isn't back with his QB guru. He's not trying to throw around brooms or around big bags. That is an arm attached to a body that bench presses 500 pounds. He's got to do better.
Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. They'd love to strike first with a touchdown. They'll try to keep the drive alive on 3rd down. He's got it. And he was pushing for that goal line, but the D stopped him at the 2.
You saw the tight end on a big play there in that last 3rd down. Why not go back to him again here in the red zone? With his size and his athleticism, he is a matchup nightmare down in this area of the field.
Touchdown, Rutgers! They jump on top here in OT. This extra point would give them a 7-point lead in OT. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
To the air on first down. Oh, they're after him. Chucked it away just as he was hit. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Looking to scramble. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there, so instead of throwing it away, getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
Catch in the middle, it's Ridley. The Golden Gophers get enough for the first down. Now on first down, they need to answer with a touchdown. Looking to throw on first down. Here's the pressure. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
This quarterback is thinking to himself, I need to get an NIL deal at some restaurant so I can take my offensive line out and feed them more, because I don't think they like me very much right now. I've been sacked 6 times in this game. It's time to get that new NIL deal paycheck.
It's really hard when you get in those predictable situations. Defenses are sitting on the sticks. Receivers have to understand where that first down marker is. Heads up play, nose for the first down marker. Get in there and get it.
Touchdown, Minnesota! They got it in the end zone. Now a decision decision to make with a point after.
First off, really impressed by how physical this guy is still running the ball this late in the game. But now it's decision time. You want to play it safe, kick the extra point, or are you feeling aggressive to go for 2 points?
And I think this is all about how you feel about your defense and how you feel about this game extending. Do I have a chance? Do I have better players? Am I more fatigued? Like, all this has to come into account because you got a chance right now with one play to win this football game.
Wants to throw on first down. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
They got more sacks than a grocery store. Goodness gracious, time and time again, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground. This defense having their way.
And the Golden Gophers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Under fire. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. 3rd and long, and they love to pick it up, but they also need to stay in position for a field goal try. Here comes the heat. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
And the defense sets the tone right off the jump. Great job executing. This is exactly why you want to play defense first and not giving up yards, forcing a long field goal.
On 4th down, they're taking to the air. Lets it fly deep downfield. And it's incomplete way downfield, and the defense rises to the occasion.
Well, they couldn't come up with it there on 4th down in overtime, so now their defense comes onto the field, and a lot of pressure on this defense now to keep the O out of the end zone.
First down, and this defense is desperate. Any kind of score, and it's over. Takes the handoff. It's Blue. Blast his way ahead, but not much room. A pickup of 1 to the 24.
Now, what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. Now 3rd down, and they just don't want to move backwards to give their kicker a chance to win it in OT. It'll be a run on 3rd and short. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. They'll try to win it with a field goal right here. And here we go, a field goal try to win it. And he wins it, a game-winning field goal in double overtime.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
My pulse rate is still through the roof on this game. I would have called that one for free. Wait, I don't want to get carried away there, but it was a really fun game and a great win.
It really was. I know we're all up here, we're bouncing around, we're excited after having seen what we just saw. What a great win for this team to go out and do it in overtime. That's the type of game that fans are going to be talking about for a long time, David.
Free. Yeah, right.
If you know Reese Davis, that is not happening, but we got a free game that